Going back to Jokic, though, there's a funny video of him poking fun at Wemby for bringing a book to All-Star. I don't know if you saw that. And he said he reads for every game.
Yep.
Which actually, I'm like, I may have to try that. It seems very grounding.
It's becoming very popular in the sports world.
Really?
The Eagles player was reading that book on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
AJ Brown.
AJ
Brown was reading a book on the sideline. And that book was like a New York Times bestseller now or something like that. It shot up in.
I'm sure.
I will read one of the books you recommended to me.
It's not one of those. My books that I recommended is not an AJ Brown book.
Sidel's book recommendations are a little spicy, you guys.
I can't read anything else because this pregnancy.
Because you're dirty.
No.
Sorry.
Listen, I was reading 50 Shades of Grey at like 16.
I thought you were in recently. I was like, oh, that's a throwback.
I should go back and read that.
Why not?
I can't read anything crazy anything like suspenseful because I get really vivid dreams when I'm pregnant. And so if I read something suspenseful, I take someone's out of my life and I'll dream about that happening to them. And I wake up and my whole day is ruined.
Sydel and I were talking about this though. In LA, you're in the car a lot. And so I do listen to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts. And you have a good voice. You could like narrate an audio.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
That means a lot coming from you.
I have a really hard time listening to my voice back, but that's the thing.
That's a thing for everybody.
Yeah,
everyone does not like it. But I think there's something. You asked me what my favorite types to listen to are, and it's historical fiction because I can't listen to one of your books.
I'm not listening to those books. I'm reading it with my
that in other people.
Well, explain what you told me the other day, the Russian accent.
So a friend of mine was reading this book and she's like, "Oh, this book is crazy. Like, you need to read it." I'm like, all right, I have a lull. Like, I'm not reading anything right now. So I start reading it and it is wild. Like, it is probably one of the smuttiest books.
What's it called?
I'm so
Is it the ice hockey player and the
please don't judge me out there. It's I feel yucky even saying that. It's called Pucking Around.
I knew it. It was ice hockey one.
It's a hot. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to like.
What?
Okay. But I started reading it because she was reading it, and I just something for us to talk about, and I got so invested in it because it is like it's just so crazy. You're like, what's gonna happen next? Like, what other crazy can they like add into this?
Yeah.
But I also have kids and a life, so I couldn't sit there and read the book. So I downloaded Audible and I had one free credit, so I used it for this book. And one of the characters has a Russian accent, and so they were doing one of the spicy scenes. And this woman was the male voice, the Russian male, and the female who wasn't Russian, and it was just like.
That's a lot.
Yucky. But I'm like cooking my kids dinner and I'm like hearing this Russian man like talk dirty to his girl.
Duh.
Whatever floats your boat.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh,
I just read that.
Do I ever use it for inspo? No. Joanna asked us if I ever use it for inspo, and no. But I think that men should read spicy books.
Yeah, sure.